Here are 5 things we learned about the Reggae Boyz, Steve McClaren, and the Jamaica Football Federation after the 2 games against Trinidad.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.
Yo, I love the local ball of them, you know, brother. But when I see the local ball of them now do what them supposed to do, I go talk, brother. And the local ball of them, brother, the simple thing, the ABC, the 1, 2, 3, in a football. I'm in a business if a local ball I want to feel disrespectful. A lot of the man them, brother, all the man them do a kick with the ball, brother. The simple pass, them turn over the ball. Some of the man them can't have control, brother. It's disgusting. Watch Jamaica last night against Trinidad. We scraped to get a points. It was poor, brother. The game was poor. And this is the opportunity for local ballers to show the coach, say, yo, we're there. We want the opportunity just like any other player across the world. But the local baller, them, the man them belly all big. Some of the man them belly all big, brother, and them play for the national team. That's an embarrassment, brethren, man. Some of the man them not work on them craft, brother. Some of the man them not work hard enough, brother. You're not getting a contract, brother.
If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Gunnaz podcast. I'm your host, Dicanio, an Arsenal fan who covers everything Reggae Boyz and local football. And if you enjoy my content and you're a part of that 63.8% of people who are always watching the channel and have not yet subscribed, what are you guys waiting on? Just go ahead right now and help me get to my goal of 4,000 subscribers. And remember that every single video I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and smash that like button. Now in this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 things I learned about the Reggae Boyz, Steve McClaren, and the Jamaica Football Federation after the 2 games against Trinidad. Now, the first one up is that Steve McClaren gave local coaches a chance. So during the training camp, I could not help but realize that there were a whole lot of our top young coaches were being integrated into the national team setup and very active on the sidelines, giving instructions in the games as well. We saw Andrew Peart and former Reggae Boyz captain Rudolph Austin playing key roles over the 2 games. And in my opinion, I would commend Steve McClaren on integrating these 2 promising coaches. Andrew Peart is a brilliant coach for young players and has many innovative ideas, in my opinion, while Rudolph Austin is a former player that has been to Gold Cup finals, few World Cup qualifier campaign as well. So having him in the setup must have been very helpful for the local boys. And I also commend Steve McClaren for deploying and delegating well and giving the coaches a feel of what international football is like. Now, the second thing is that we remain unbeaten against Trinidad. Now, that own goal at the end of the second game to seal a 1-1 draw meant that Jamaica remained unbeaten against Trinidad over a decade, starting from November 2014, which is very important for Jamaican fans because we all know that Trinidad are the noisy neighbors who want to be like us, and losing to them is really unacceptable. So despite the performance that was put on show in that second game, which I will get to later down, that late own goal really did leave a sweet taste from a rather sour evening. Now, speaking of sour evening, the third thing that we learned was that majority of the local boys are not ready for this level. I can only name a handful that impressed me over the 2 legs. Mind you, this is not a surprise, but for anyone who keeps calling for local players to be in the national team against better opposition, these couple games should be enough to open your eyes. The players need to get abroad. They need to get exposed to higher level coaching on a more consistent level. And they also need to do some more work themselves. I agree with a lot of the sentiments shared by Ryan LFC on his Instagram story, commenting on the game. As I said, only a handful of players really impressed me, and that was very, very poor, right? The rest of them were very average. I think Christopher Ainsworth, Nikolai Fuller, Suley McCullough, and Demario Phillips were the standout performers and would deserve a spot in the team to face St. Vincent and the Grenadines in our Gold Cup qualifiers. Now, the fourth thing that we learned is that the squad regulars were poor. Something has to be said about the regulars in the squad that did not perform. The Joshua Anglin, the Tariq McGee, and the Jamali Waits of this world were expected to be the ones that shine for the team, but instead they were overshadowed by their teammates and did not have brilliant displays themselves. I again will say that the move to Bear Phoenix for Tariq McGee is one that I do not like. and he will be playing in a team that lacks quality, which will bring a bad energy, bad vibe, and also a potential doubt in him if he cannot get them out of relegation. If he can't do it in the Jamaica Premier League, how is he going to do it in game? Those are the thoughts that will be seeping through the fans of Jamaican players' minds, and also in his mind if he does not get the work done. A move to Mount Pleasant, in my opinion, would have been a more sensible move, as he would be playing in a better team, winning matches, gaining confidence, gaining minutes, right, ahead of his supposed deal to Genk. And that's really and truly, if he really is going to Genk, that's really and truly what he needs, to be in a good environment, not worrying too much about anything, focusing on staying fit, getting minutes. And yeah, I think that would have been a perfect move for him until the summer, right? But we all know that Craig Butler is a conditional man, and in order for him to get him that move, he wants Tariq Magee at Beer Phoenix. So hopefully I'm not right. Hopefully they do prove me wrong. But yeah, that move again, it's just I don't see how that is going to be helping Tariq Magee, and it shows, right? In those 2 games that he played for Jamaica, he was just not it. He was not at the level that we expect from a Tariq Magee. Now, the 5th thing that we learned is that the Jamaica Football Federation chopped with, but they listened and improved. Now, the 999 is the biggest scam I've ever encountered in my life. I won't go as deep into talking about it, as I already made a video about it before. But honestly, I still want a refund, right? And with that said, the Jamaica Football Federation listened to everything I told them in the previous video, and they adjusted. They streamed the second game for free on YouTube. They added replays. There was no VPN needed for the locals, and the stream audio and video was way better. I still would not pay $9.99 for that. However, it was watchable and it was appreciated since it was free. So they also did turn on ads, so they will get some sort of money from streaming on YouTube, even though it will be nothing compared to the $9.99 that they all scammed us for, right? Based on what I'm seeing, the stream got around 94,000 views. So that might be anywhere between 250 and 500 US dollars, depending on what the RPM is for their channel, which would be equivalent to around 25 to 30 viewers paying that $9.99, which we all know way more persons pay that $9.99. So all in all, they would have made a whole lot less from streaming on YouTube for free in the second game, but at least the fans got to watch the game in peace and actually got to see the match in its entirety. My advice to the Jamaica Football Federation is to continue doing it like that until you are able to give us sports max level streaming that would be worth $9.99, or just charge lower for your membership, right? You and I know that you guys are lying when you're saying the lowest you can go is $9.99. That is what YouTube tells you that they would recommend that you start at that to maximize your earnings. But you don't know if you're aware about maximizing earnings with the quality of work that you guys are giving us. So just charge a low amount, charge a $2.99 or $1.99, right? That would be my advice to you until you have that premier level streaming. Then you can charge people, and I'm sure people would pay and be happy once the quality is good. So that is it for this episode of 5 things we learned. I know you guys have a whole lot of thoughts after this video, so just go ahead and share them in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button, and when you're through adding your comments in the comment section as well, remember to go ahead and like the video, because every single video I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and smash that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz, but say, but big up Gunnaz.